A few oil-producing countries have embraced the concept of cash transfer to citizens, some better than others. This is according to outgoing U.S. Ambassador Perry Holloway.
I think the one thing that I have seen successful in some countries is when countries focus on just the poorest of the poor. But I think, the more important conversation should be about not giving every citizen a check, but giving every citizen a quality education, giving every citizen quality health care, a secure environment in which to live and work. And I think if you do all of those things with the revenue that petroleum generates, everyone will make plenty of money and be very prosperous.
The conversation on direct cash transfer to citizens started with economist Professor Clive Thomas, with subsequent backing from the Working People's Alliance. Professor Thomas feels that it's one way of directly helping the poor. However, the U.S. ambassador feels the focus should be more on the things that the government can do to provide for the people, especially young people.
The skills and knowledge that they need to be successful. But, each government is allowed to do whatever it wants and should certainly consider all options. But there's a lot of experts out there in that field that you could research that. But I think most people say that it's not particularly a good idea in a broad-based manner. But there might be some focused way to do it.
But it was the year 1976 in the U.S. state of Alaska. A constitutional amendment approved by voters paved the way for the establishment of the Alaska Permanent Fund, an oil wealth trust fund through which Alaskan citizens receive an annual payout, but with conditions, of course.
And it depends on the price of oil and the year and how things go. You don't get a check every year, but they can get something some years, yes. But that's a state thing, but not a federal thing. No, the United States, as a federal national government, we don't do that. But the state of Alaska, who controls some of the resources in the state, remember the United States regional systems are much stronger and more important in our system of government than some other countries. So a lot of what is decided and done is actually decided by the states.
The annual individual payout to citizens of Alaska started in 1982, and they have received varying sums annually up to this year, 2018. Back to Ghana, the U.S. ambassador stated that many do not understand the meaning of the massive oil discovery.
This discovery is really, really big, and it will have really, really big impacts on Guyana's future and people. When I do talk about oil now, I always say really, really, really big, because I am still of the thought that no one here really gets what's about to happen. I think people are beginning to wake up, but it is going to be gigantic.
Ambassador Holloway added that with the right policies, Ghana could become one of the richest countries per capita in the hemisphere. Handel Duncan, HGP Nightly News.